my efforts to see what the Evolve by George Foreman grill is capable of, I've decided to go ahead and give a go at rice-a-roni in the baking dish of the George Foreman grill. Prior experience has taught me to give this guy a little time to warm up. So I'm going to hit my power button. I'm going to turn the temperature down to about 300, and I'm going to turn my timer off and let it go ahead and preheat. When this stops blinking, that's going to tell me that this machine is ready to go. It does take a little longer to preheat than the regular stove, so we're going to see how long this is going to take. So I have my rice and 2 pats of butter in here, and it was on 350, but every time I open this it starts blinking again, so I'm going to have to sort of figure that out. But I've actually checked and stirred this about 3 times, and it's become a nice golden brown. So what I did is I just sort of stir it in here and flatten it out and then close the lid. And I've done it about, like I said, 3 times, and everything looks ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and add my water and my seasoning packets. So let's go ahead and get the requested water in there. And stir in the seasoning packet. And I've done a little test on here and discovered that 2 cups of water will boil with the lid down at 325 to 350. 325 will give you a boil, and 350 will give you more of a heavier sort of a boil. So we're going to put it at the 350 and go ahead and see if we can bring this to a boil and go on to the next step. Okay, it's only taken a few minutes for this to go ahead and start boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a stir one final time. And then the directions call for you to cover and reduce the heat to low and simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. Now, as low as this will go is 300. So we're just going to have to see if that's good enough. And let's go ahead and set the timer. We're going to go for maybe 15 because it's at 300, and I don't know what 300 will be considered, if that's like medium low or what. So we're going to give it a try, and we're going to see what happens in 15 minutes when the timer goes off. Alright, so we have about 3 minutes to go of the original 15, and I've checked this and stirred it once, and I actually think it might just about be done. So we're going to check it. Let's see here. Wow, looks pretty good. I think it might have cooked a little faster because it's got a large surface space to spread out on. Just check and see if the rice is tender. It's going to be hot, so I want to blow on it a moment. Yeah, rice is tender. How many minutes we have left? About 2 minutes left. We're going to turn the power off, and it's done. And I'm really surprised. This was kind of a challenge to the machine, but we were actually able to make rice-a-roni on the Evolve grill by George Foreman.